Dear friend, the Lord Jesus loves you. Yes, He loves you and He wants you to also love Him back. Thank you for finding time to watch this video. Do well to share it as well. Our topic today is the essential properties of marriage. Dear friend, before I launch into the main subject for the day, let me make a brief clarification. The 1983 Code of Canon Law is also referred to as Chick 83. The Chick is CIC. The Chick, the CIC, is for the Latin Codex Juris Canonici, that is the Code of Canon Law. The 1983 or the 83 is the year of promulgation. So when you hear me mention Chick 83, remember I am referring to our present 1983 Code of Canon Law. My dear friend, Chick 83 uses the term proprietas, that is property, in two different contexts. In the context of ecclesiastical goods and in the context of marriage. The difference though is that in the context of marriage, the proprietas has been qualified with the adjective essentialis, that is essential properties. Dear friend, the Chick 83 explicitly mentions two essential properties of marriage. We cannot say that these two essential properties are exhaustive. There certainly may be other properties, but these two are indispensable. In simple terms, the essential properties are qualities inherent in the institution of marriage itself. If these qualities are inherent in the institution of marriage itself, dear friend, then it means that any attempt to separate them from the institution of marriage will lead to the creation of another institution other than marriage. They are part and parcel of the essence of marriage. Canon 1056 states, and I quote, "The essential properties of marriage are unity and indissolubility, which in Christian marriage obtain a special firmness by reason of the sacrament," unquote. So unity and indissolubility. Let us look at unity. The essential property of unity, Canons 1056 and 1099, means that a true canonical marriage can exist between one man and one woman, and these become husband and wife. Any other form of marriage, apart from what has just been said, violates the unity of marriage. To put it bluntly, the following cannot be recognized as marriages as things stand in Chick 83. The union between a man and the union between a woman and a woman. Dear friend, based on the aforementioned, it is evident that polygamy in its various forms violates the unity of marriage. I will mention two types of polygamy here. One, polyandry, a situation in which a woman has two or more husbands at the same time. And then two, polygyny, a situation in which a man has two or more wives at the same time. Dear friend, in effect, it can be said that Chick 83 favors the opposite of polygamy, which is monogamy. And monogamy is a marriage involving only two parties, a man and a woman. This is recognized as the divine will of the Creator himself when the sacred writer said, "For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Dear friend, let us now turn our attention to indissolubility. The essential property of indissolubility means that a validly constituted matrimonial bond cannot be dissolved. Dear friend, marriage is a perpetual relationship. With this in mind, it is evident that a valid matrimonial bond fundamentally excludes all possibilities of dissolution through divorce. Sabarese, my professor in University of Urbaniana, Rome, mentions one canonical tradition which distinguishes between intrinsic and extrinsic indissolubility of marriage. Let's look at intrinsic or relative indissolubility. Intrinsic indissolubility means that it is impossible for either one or both of the spouses to dissolve the bond of marriage. In other words, the husband alone or the wife alone or both of them together cannot dissolve the bond of marriage. This applies also to any public human authority. John P. Bill et al. Asserts that, and I quote, "All marriages, whether the spouses are baptized or not, are intrinsically indissoluble," unquote. Only divine authority, that is, the ecclesiastical authority acting in his name, can dissolve the bond of marriage. On this basis, the intrinsic indissolubility is also called relative indissolubility. We shall now look at the extrinsic indissolubility, which is also called absolute indissolubility. Extrinsic indissolubility, on the other hand, dear friend, refers to the impossibility of the dissolution of the matrimonial bond by any human authority, including the ecclesiastical authority. Based on this, it is also referred to as absolute indissolubility. Dear friend, the Church does not recognize the power of civil authorities to dissolve marriages. Therefore, it becomes problematic when people who are married in church go to the courts to seek divorce without seeking annulment in ecclesiastical tribunals. This means when the civil court grants the divorce, the couple or one of them must approach the ecclesiastical tribunal for annulment before he or she can marry again in the Catholic Church. Now let's look at the power of the Church to dissolve marriages. Dear friend, the Church, on the other hand, claims to have the power to dissolve marriages under certain conditions. They are four. I will mention them without going into details. They can be discussed another time. 1. Non-sacramental marriages involving at least one unbaptized person. 2. Sacramental marriages that have not been consummated. 3. What we call Pauline privilege, which can be found in Canons 1143 to 1147. And 4. The Pope exercising his Petrine privilege. My dear friend, let me re-emphasize that the indissolubility of marriage is based on the original plan of God, as found in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and his mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. The Hebrew word that is translated to mean flesh does not refer only to the physical flesh, but the totality of the human person. The indissolubility is about the union of thoughts, will, and love. Dear friend, if you have enjoyed this video, why don't you like, comment, and share it with your friends? Invite them to visit my YouTube channel and subscribe to it, so that together we can all keep deepening our Christian Catholic faith. I wish you joy and peace. Thank you.